everyone and welcome to Blues TV. Now, like we said in the last episode, we have a very important topic to discuss today, and that is our back line. We are conceding a lot of goals, it's costing us games, it's costing us 3 points. Even when we draw, it does feel like a loss, so we've decided to name the title of this video, Back 4 Blues. A lot of fans are divided on who they want to see at the back. We're questioning, do our back four work well? Does Dave Azpilicueta work well as a right back, and who could we possibly bring in once all of our injuries are resolved, which hopefully is in the near future anyway. So we've come up with 3 scenarios, and we want you guys to decide which you think would be best. Unless you have any other options, then feel free to do those too.
Let us know.
Exactly, yeah. Let us know in the comments below. Click and subscribe, of course, as always. So, shall we get into it?
Let's go.
Okay, so here is the pitch on my left. My left, your right. Hopefully Sammy's just pinged it up there. So we're going to try and work out our defence and how we think it would benefit us for the remainder of the season once players come back from injury. So, me and Lewis have agreed that Emerson should be on the left.
That's done.
He's been brilliant. He's really impressed fans. I think he's improved game by game as he's been with us. I think, again, he wasn't a fan favourite at the start. But you can't argue that his performances haven't been good. So I think there isn't any other. Okay, we could have Alonso in there, but I think Alonso only worked as a wing back, not as a full back.
Exactly.
So if you were going to bring back Alonso in, you would have to accommodate the rest of the team to that, and then everything would get a little bit messy. And I'm a big fan of Alonso. I know a lot of fans aren't. I'm a massive fan of Alonso. I just think Emerson has earned his place in the team. He fits well in the system, and the system that Frank wants to play, and he's going to go in there. So next. So this is option 1 basically. So next to Emerson, we thought we would go for Christensen and Rudiger. Quite a strong centre back situation there to have, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say you've got a perfect mix of youth and experience today. You've got Rudiger, who's been playing at the top level for a good couple of years, played at Roma as well. You've got Andreas Christensen, who's at least had some sort of consistent game time with what was that team? Mönchengladbach as well before he came to Chelsea. And to give credit to Christensen, before that Barcelona game last March, he was probably our best defender going into that. Like, I still speak about it too much, but the composure that kid had for his age on Conte's last season, unmatched.
It was amazing, yeah.
If we can get that Christensen back again, we've got one of the best defenders in the league, and I will say that with my chest.
Yeah, I agree with that, to be fair. I mean, fans are full of praise for him, before that whole situation, before he, couldn't get in the team again. Yeah, of course, definitely unlucky. And then obviously Rudiger has to be in there because, there's just no doubt, and you can just see how much we miss him, Then on the left, who are we going to go for in that system?
Depends. Are we going to go for Azpi, or are we talking about Reece James is back yet?
This is a tough one. I think we should, if we're trying a new system out, go with Reece. What do you think, Dave? It's a hard one.
Here's the thing. I just want to see him play. I really just want to see him play and see what he's about, because if he's even half the man that he was against Wigan, we are fine.
Yeah.
If he's half that man, we are fine. He's just going to keep getting better.
But you have to also take into consideration that it is Premier League and it is completely different.
It is, we could say the same for Mason Mount.
Yeah, but I think he's proved himself. Okay, fine. I mean, Frank seems to know what he's doing with them. Okay, so we'll go for Reece in there. It's tough, because Dave isn't doing well as a right back. As of the moment, he is making a lot of mistakes, but his loyalty to the club and how he handles himself, I think, is brilliant. I think there's something out online at the moment that he's supportive of Reece James and everything, and that's amazing, and unlike
comes first for this guy.
The club comes first, and that's so important to us fans, and I don't think we should take that for granted. Okay, then next we've gone for a different scenario. We've gone for Emerson. We've gone for Dave, and then we've gone for Zouma and Rudiger. Now Zouma's performance haven't been up to scratch. Let's just put it that way. Before he did get injured and then go on loan, he was by far one of our best defenders. It's sort of like that again. If we could get him back to that brilliant defender that he once was,
I know, but Zouma's is a bit more painful to talk about, because before that injury, it's like one of the shining lights of that 15-16 season, and then it was just an even bigger damper that we lost him afterwards.
Totally.
He ain't been the same player since. He's had a good resurgence at Everton, but since he's come back, he's been At the best, he's been solid, but when he's been caught out, and it's been obvious.
But the qualities that Zouma does have, and what you risk taking him out of the team, is he is this really strong character. You know,
the way he jumps, man.
Exactly. You know, so I mean, I think that's how he got injured in the first place. You know, when he jumped back down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I think there are a lot of qualities that Zouma has that probably Christensen doesn't have. In terms of, you know, physical ability, I think he's just a lot stronger, and
he's
I
more
do
willing
think
to dive in as well.
More willing to dive, a bit tougher.
Yeah.
You know, a bit more
aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive. Yeah. That's what I mean. So I think we have to be wary, and I think that's why we've chosen this other system as well. And then I think we would leave Dave on the right in that case. Again, it's quite tough at the moment because nobody's really putting in a good performance at the back. So
it's tough. I'm kind of hoping we're having a good selection headache in a couple months, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and then the last scenario we've gone for, and the one that I think would probably work the best, which I'm happy about, is Emerson on the left, Reece James on the right, and then we would move Dave into a centre back alongside Rudiger. Now, let's not forget, and I want to make a really good point with Dave. Dave, let's call him Azpilicueta, in case people don't know that he's called Dave around here. That's my natural reaction.
If you lot don't know that Dave means Azpi by now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, there's a serious problem here, yeah. So the problem is with Dave, I think, and I really feel for him in the fact that, you know, he was moved out to the left under Mourinho. And you know, that he's always been a right back, so he started playing at the left, then he was moved into the centre, which he actually did a pretty decent job of. Then they moved him to right back, and I think as a defender that's one of the hardest jobs on the pitch to do. And I think once you've, you know, being moved around like that, I don't think you should do. I think you should try and keep your defender in one place, because that's how they get caught out. You know, Dave was getting caught out on that right hand side all the time. He's leaving players open because he drifts back into the middle. So I don't want to be too critical of him, because I just think he's had, you know, he's shown the utmost loyalty to the club and had one of the most difficult jobs, which is being moved around out of position.
It feels like Ivanovic again. You don't want to say anything, but
I mean, look at when
something needs to be said.
Exactly, but look at when we moved Kante out of position and how that didn't really work for most fans, you know? So I think you have to take into consideration when you move a player that's out of their position, you're going to have some problems when you try and, you know, reverse that situation. So I think Dave was fantastic in the centre-back, and I also think Reece James could do a good job. And I think alongside Rudiger, who is that sort of solid force, and Emerson's been fantastic, I think that's the best option. So
do I. I think with Azpilicueta and Rudiger, you got full-on experience and fucking... I think what happened with Azpilicueta was when you play at centre back, you're not tracking back as much as you usually are. You're more or less just sticking to your position. So you kind of lose. I feel like you kind of lose that speed that you usually have because you're focusing more on your strength in that position. Yeah. Once you move back onto the right hand side, trying to burst up and down that right hand side for 90 minutes, he hasn't really got that in him. And Reece James, he's quick and he actually does.
He may have done years ago.
He can burst up and down that right side. Azpi, not as much, which is why I'm thinking if you take away that part of his game and you just put him right back into the middle where he was before, all he really needs is his defensive attributes, and they've always been
amazing.
Yeah, no one's questioned. One-on-one, he's probably one of the best defenders in the world, maybe even still.
Yeah.
But that's why you just got to put him back in that position.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. Let us know what you guys think. Would you go for option 1, option 2, or option 3? I think we're both in 3. Yeah, we're going to go for option 3, and that's just taking everything into consideration. And I think you have to do that, though, don't you? You have to be. If we really thought Dave was going to, you know, couldn't contribute to something to this team, we wouldn't put him in there. But we both feel like we could do. Yeah, of course.
He just doesn't. He looks like he's just on the wrong side. He's just too isolated on that right hand side. So you just throw him back in there with Rudy. Totally.
The title of his video is Black 4 Blues because it has just been a bit blue, hasn't it? But not in terms of the colour, a bit down, you know. And I think that's the main talking point for a lot of fans. Whether you disagree on Kovacic or Jorginho, whoever, you know, plays in the middle, the main thing is our backline. It's not, it's not performing well. Okay, we're going to go for option 3. Let us know what you think. If you like this style of video, please let us know, and we will try to do more of these. Hopefully we do get it sorted soon, though, so we don't have to do too many more change arounds. But yeah, please subscribe to Blues TV, and we will see you all. Well, Lawrence is going to see you all for his preview. So we've given our ideal back 4 line. Let us know what yours is, option 1, 2 or 3 in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully they agree with us, right, Lewis?
Yeah, let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you guys have any other different centre-back options as well? If you guys do, again, let us know down in the comment section.
Hello everyone, I am Sophie Rose.
And I'm Lewis Gebre-Selassie, and we are your new presenters for Blues TV for the upcoming season.
So make sure you click the subscribe button and keep watching.